What's going on, guys? CGG Matt back. I'm here to rank NBA young cores. Well, we're halfway done with this season so far. We've seen what this rookie class has to offer. Now it's time to really talk about it, talk about these young cores of every team. What am I defining as a young core? 25 and under. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new around here. Let's go over the tiers. We have Neon and Butch. That's the movie Blue Chips. Have you ever watched the movie Blue Chips? I don't really recommend it. It's not that good. One elite talent, straightforward. Too many question marks. They have some players under 25. And the last one's the offspring because the kids aren't all right. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're jumping in with the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks' young core is kind of aided big time by Jalen Johnson being 25 or 24, I think still. He's very young, very talented, but like Dyson Daniels is there. But if it wasn't for Jalen Johnson, it'd be probably in too many question marks because Dyson Daniels, while he's a great defender, can't score. Onyeka Okongwu is a good player, maybe not a full-time center, though. They traded V. Crazy, who is 25. Asa Newell is a huge question mark. Don't know enough about him. And Zachary Sachet has been horrific this season. So for the Atlanta Hawks, they're going in one elite talent. I believe Jalen Johnson's a very good player. Made the All-Star game this year, deservedly so. But otherwise than that, not that many. Mo Gay, Onyeka Okongwu, Asa Newell, Dyson Daniels. Some good players, but not really too many great ones around Jalen Johnson. For the Celtics, I'm going to put them in, they have some players under 25. They're mostly role players. Hugo Gonzalez, Jordan Walsh, Baylor Shireman. I can actually move them up, and I will. Too many question marks. The reason why it's too many question marks is because, like, is Hugo Gonzalez's role going to be strictly a hustle 3-and-D guy like he has been, kind of a not a ball handler really, but I'm not exactly sure what his ceiling is as a player, especially with Tatum returning and stuff like that. I'm not sure he's going to get all the opportunity he needs to become like a upper echelon level guy, but he's a damn good role player. So's Baylor Shireman, so's Jordan Walsh. They're all amazing role players. I guess I could put them. I'm going to make another tier for the Celtics. You know what? Because too many question marks feels weird. Created another tier called Youth That Will Stick. The Celtics youth is going to go in there because these are guys that will, if not on the Celtics, they will bounce around. It's the same thing they did with like Grant Williams types and stuff like that. So they made some good role players. They have some good role players that I don't think are going to step up beyond just being good role players. But role players stick in the NBA. That's pretty damn valuable. The Nets, it's basically their entire team. And I'm putting them in too many question marks simply because it's their entire team. Can you tell me which ones are going to be really good on the Nets? Not with certainty. Yegor Djoman has shown some very good three-point shooting ability, a little bit of playmaking, but I'm not exactly sure what his ceiling is. He's not a great rim finisher. He's not a great ball handler, but he is a really good shooter. There's something there. Traore is more so like a good passer, I think, in my opinion, at least from watching him. There's a couple of guys over there that like Noah Clowney. Noah Clowney's percentages look hideous, but he checks some boxes and he has the ability to score at times, right? I just don't think they have any designated like blue chip, this is our guy. With the Atlanta Hawks, they have Jalen Johnson. With the Celtics, they have guys that they know are going to stick as role players. I don't know if any of the Nets guys are even going to stick as role players down the line. I genuinely can't tell. There's a lot of question marks and none of them are really like top tier prospects that I would consider. None of them have like all-star ceilings in my mind right now. Danny Wolf, Nolan, Demon, Seraph, like they have guys. There's definitely a ton of youth there, but I just don't know what their ceilings are. I don't know who is even the best rookie they have this year. Is it Yegor? I don't know. I really don't know. I think Drake Powell's in there. Zaire Williams is still 25 and under. Like, those are players where it's like, all right, maybe there's something. I don't know. I'm going to keep them in too many question marks, though, because their youth they have a lot of youth. But I just don't know which ones are, like, top tier. I don't think any of them are of, like, top tier, upper echelon of the youth. The Hornets are going to go up in Neon and Butch simply because they have two elite, young guys. LaMelo Ball is still 25 and under. Con Kneppel is obviously their rookie, who's amazing. Brandon Miller's right there with him, who's had incredible game logs over the last, 2 months. And then they drafted really well. Obviously, everyone knows about Con Kneppel. I already mentioned him. He's second in Rookie of the Year, if not the Rookie of the Year, if the vote ended today. Right? They also drafted Zion James. They also drafted Ryan Kalkbrenner. Two incredible finds in the draft for them. So while maybe they don't have like a Victor Wembanyama, they have really, really good players regardless. Like Brandon Miller could end up being an all-star. LaMelo Ball has been an all-star. Con Kneppel could end up being an all-star. Even Moussa Diabate is 25 and under, and he's had a really incredible season and a really incredible rise as a player from when he was a Clipper even. Right? So basically their whole rotation, Trey Mann is in there at 25 and under. Basically, their entire rotation is 25 and under, and they're a damn good team, and they're fun as hell to watch, and it's because of their youth. It's because of their youth. Tidjon Salon is in there too, so is Liam McNeely. They don't get that much playing time. What's his name? PJ Hall, I think, is in there. Is that his name? PJ Hall, the center? They have a ton of youth, just a ton of youth, and I really believe that they have a future plan. For the first time in my lifetime, I can look at the Hornets and say their future might be safe. For the Bulls, too many question marks. Far too many question marks. My favorite player 25 and under on their team is Modest Buzelis. I'd buy a jersey today if I wanted to, if I could. I don't think the Bulls jerseys are nice enough for me to go out of my way for that. But they also have some other guys. They bring in Rob Dillingham at the deadline. It's a flyer. It's a flyer. That's why they're in too many question marks. Modest Buzelis has so far this season had so many ups and downs, from when he started really well to now where it's like, hey, you get a good game, a bad game, every other. I'm not sure. He might take that next step. If he does, then I'll bite the bullet, right? But right now, he screams almost role player with super athleticism. Just needs to put together better ball handling and bulk up even more, which he did a little bit in the offseason. Outside of Modest Buzelis, though, everyone 25 and under is a real question mark for me. Like I said, Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey in the post-game press conference the other day literally said he doesn't know if he's the same anymore. That's scary to me. That's really scary to me. Josh Giddey's in there. Do I want to put? Do I move it up for Josh Giddey? Yes. I don't know. I don't think Josh Giddey's a main guy either. I don't think he's a blue chip either, a guy that you can really bank your franchise on. Noah Senge didn't get to play. I'm pretty sure he's out with shoulder surgery, so he didn't even get a chance. Lachlan Olbrich, with them trading Nikola Vucevic, he'll get more looks. Patrick Williams is still 25 and under, and so is Jalen Smith. Both of those feel really wrong. Do I move them up one? I don't know. I think the Bulls are kind of in a tier of their own, where it's like Giddey's productive, but is he that guy? Modest is damn decent. Is he that guy? I don't know. I don't think they have a single guy that I can say that's the franchise and pin it right to him. The Cavs are getting put in one elite talent because Evan Mobley is still 25 and under. While Evan Mobley might not be the ceiling raiser offensively that some people wanted, he's still an amazing defensive player. But also on top of that, they still have youth. Craig Porter Jr. No, I'm just kidding. Jalen Tyson's on there. Naquan Tomlin's on there. Tyrese Proctor's on there. They have some youth still that are very productive. Jalen Tyson, don't sleep, is amazing. Naquan Tomlin, don't sleep, is an amazing hype man. He is all energy, a ball of energy. Whenever he dunks, he's yelling at the crowd. He's an electric player. Not a ton of youth, but Evan Mobley kind of hard carries, because that's a guy where it's like, yeah, you might not bank your franchise on him. You know, if you made him option one, his defense would probably slip a little bit too. But overall, I still think Evan Mobley is an amazing talent who helps your franchise stabilize. He's a franchise stabilizer, high ceiling or a high floor player, helps stabilize the franchise. Then after that, it's like a bunch of all right players. Like, I still believe Jalen Tyson has another level to his game. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. Either way, I think the Cavs have that one elite talent that's Evan Mobley. Everything after that is just very quality role players. The Mavericks are also going into one elite talent. They have some young guys like Ryan Nembhard. Moussa Cease I included in this list because he's been getting a lot of run recently, and it hasn't been that awful. Can he be the second successful Moussa to rise through the ranks? I don't know. But they have Derek Lively's also involved in that. He's a productive player. Max Christie, who's been a really productive player for them as well. So, yes, it is one elite talent, Cooper Flagg. We all know that. But after that, like, some productive players. And there, Ryan Nembhard can play minutes, right? Max Christie can certainly play minutes. He's a damn good player. It's just Cooper Flagg is kind of the blue chip. They just don't have a running mate. And that's what this draft is for, is to find another running mate. It makes me feel bad that the Bulls are this low because I'm putting the Nuggets in youth that will stick. Their youth looks like a bunch of guys who can probably play in the NBA for a good amount of years. Spencer Jones is on there. Julian Strawther's on there. Peyton Watson's on there. Christian Brown's on there. Jalen Pickett is on there. Hold on. No Jalen Pickett. Daron Holmes is on there, who hasn't really gotten the chance. Blew his Achilles year one. Year two, he comes back. They signed Valanciunas. He's kind of buried. I feel so bad putting the Bulls down there because, like, Josh Giddey's productive. I don't know. Back to the Nuggets. The Nuggets just have a bunch of guys that are all right for youth. Like, Peyton Watson's going to be around this league for a good while, especially with the flashes he showed when Jokic was out. Julian Strawther, if he can consistently hit jump shots, Julian Strawther would be a super productive player. He could become the next Tim Hardaway Jr. for them, maybe. But like Christian Braun, Spencer Jones, those are guys who are super productive and are going to be in the league for a while. So they have youth that will stick. Peyton Watson, Christian Braun, Zeke Naji even, these guys aren't guys that you're banking the entire franchise on. But damn, man, if you're starting Peyton Watson at your 3, you can be a championship-level team, in my opinion. You can have a guy like a Julian Strawther come off your bench and maybe be productive. Spencer Jones has shot well over 40% from 3. He got a 2-year deal for it. Finding youthful role players still has a ton of value in my mind. As we move on to the Detroit Pistons, I'm going to put them in Neon and Butch. They have 2 All-Stars this year. Both of them are 25 and under. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren. But it goes beyond that. You still have Ausar Thompson. Ausar Thompson is an all-defensive caliber guy. Maybe he won't make it this year, but a really good defender who's similar to his brother, uber athletic. You know the Thompson twins. They jump out of the gym. They're the best defenders in the league, some of them at least. And then also on top of that, Isaiah Stewart's still 25 and under. I don't know how. He looks 40. Dennis Jenkins is on there. Dennis Jenkins has been lightning in a bottle for them when needed. So I'm going to put them in Neon and Butch because they do have a staple, Cade Cunningham, and then just a bunch of really good players. Another all-star in Jalen Duren. So they kind of get the nod there. And then just a bunch of really decent players, you know? This whole time I didn't even mention Ron Holland, who's another guy who will get scrappy with it, who likes to get steals. He's a big passing lanes guy, a handsy defender. Ron Holland can be a real plus player in the NBA eventually one day as well. So overall with the Pistons, I feel good with where I put them because they have a blue chip guy in Cade Cunningham. They have another guy that they can, bank around with, and he contributes consistently in Jalen Duren. And then also on top of that, like Beef Stew, so many productive young players in that rotation. The Warriors are going in. They have some players under 25. It's Moody, Podziemski, Post, Guy Santos, and maybe one other person. Hold on. Oh, Will Richard. I don't have to check. Will Richard. Productive players, kind of. Podziemski's a very... I don't know how to think about Brandon Podziemski. It's like year 4 for him, and I don't know how to feel about Brandon Podziemski. Moses Moody's a streaky shooter. Guy Santos is in the rotation now, but purely because of injury. I don't know. They have some guys that are there. I don't think you can bank the franchise on anybody, especially not the white Shohei Ohtani in Brandon Podziemski. That guy's a fucking idiot. Either way, it's just a collection of guys. Post is a fine 3-and-D center, I guess. I don't mind him. I don't know if they'll stick around the league, though. I don't know how much longer a guy like Podziemski has doing what I don't know. He could get a second contract. What does a Podziemski second contract even look like? I guess I'm going to move them up, I guess. They have so much of an argument to be down here, but I guess I'm going to move them up because, there is some question marks with ability. You know what? Fuck it. No, they're staying down there. Someone's got to go down there, and I feel comfortable with the Warriors because I'm not banking the franchise on anybody. I'd rather have Josh Giddey, who's in too many question marks, and I'd probably rather build around a majority of the Nets rotation rather than the Warriors' young guys. I think the Rockets have got to go up. I think they do. It's a collection of talent. I wouldn't say the Rockets have one elite player. They have an all-star talent, Alperen Sengun, but then they surrounded him with other really, really decent players. Reed Shepherd, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith. I almost called him Jabari Walker. That's 2 different people. Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, did I mention him already? Amen Thompson. They have young guy J.D. Davison. A good portion of the rotation for them is 25 and under, and they're productive as hell, and they're a decent team that plays really hard. Does it matter what Get Off My Dickerson has to say about them? No, because they're banking the franchise on those guys, and I think that Amen is a super high ceiling player. Sengun is already kind of capped at. He's an all-star caliber guy. Jabari Smith Jr. can be better than he is. There's got to be more there. Just keep digging. Reed Shepherd has potential to be a starting level point guard for them maybe one day. I like what the Rockets got cooking. I could move them down because it really is one elite talent, Alperen Sengun, and then the rest. But Amen Thompson's an elite talent as well, just in a different way. People are like, oh, he can't shoot, the book's out on him. The book's been out on him for a full year that he can't shoot worth shit, and he's still a top 50 scorer in the NBA. What? So he scores ugly points. His vertical helps, obviously, but they have some really good guys over there in Houston that I'd be willing to let ride with the franchise. I'm going to put the Pacers in the offspring. They're going to be the first team there because they're only guys that are 25 and under that I would consider a future piece of the rotation. Is Johnny Furphy, Jarris Walker, and Ben Shepherd. I don't care about any of them personally that much. They don't offend me, but it's also I'm not, I don't think anyone's sitting here waiting on the Jarris Walker breakout anymore. It was supposed to be this year. Jarris Walker was supposed to break out this year with the opportunity he was given. Instead, he hasn't. Ben Shepherd, I thought, would take a step up. Not really. So Johnny Furphy, he gets PT. It's spot PT. I don't know. I don't like really any of them. I don't love any of their young guys. The kids aren't all right. The youth over there. They also traded Ben Mathurin, who I think is still 25 and under. They also traded somebody, I don't know. They made some moves to consolidate into more older players, like if it's a Zubats. So that's fine. I just see the three guys that there are considered big rotational minute getters over in Indiana, and I'm just I'm not sure I'm buying the Johnny Furphy hype or the stock. I'm going to put the Clippers in youth that will stick. There's a couple of guys that I think can really stay around the league. Ben Mathurin is going to get shots. You watch Ben Mathurin eye test wise, and it's this guy can get buckets. He's good, and then it's real Karis LeVert-esque. It's very Karis LeVert type. You're going to get a great production day one day and then just abysmal the next. I'm not sure what to believe when it comes to him, but Yannick Niederhauser looks like a good, productive, prototypical center for the modern era. A high energy, bounce and block big man. Dunk, block, make big plays like that, splash plays almost. And he's done that. He had a crazy good block the other day when they lost. Was it Ben Mathurin missed a game winner, but the possession before, Yannick Niederhauser pinned one off the backboard to keep the game alive. Cam Christie's in there too. I like Cam Christie a little bit, and I think Niederhauser, Mathurin, and Sanders and Cam Christie probably end up sticking in the NBA, which kind of, they stick. They're going to be around. The Lakers are going down there. I don't believe in any of their youth. Drew Timme, Nick Smith, Kobe Buffkin, Bronny. Bronny's actually been relatively productive. He's not been a horrible NBA player this season. I'm not going to jump on him. He's a 55th pick, dude. Why do I give a shit? The thing is you don't treat him differently because he's LeBron's son. You treat him like he's the 55th pick in the draft. That's what he is. So when he isn't on shit, you're he was the 55th pick. Who really cares? When he's doing well, it's hey, maybe it's a steal. You got him at 55th. Connect, Laravia, Jackson Hayes, I just don't care. I don't. None of them are ultra productive enough, and I'm not willing to bank on any of them to be in the league that long. Maybe Jake Laravia because he has plus size, but Dalton Connect is some ass. Drew Timme is not great. Kobe Buffkin's on team 4 in 2 years. Nick Smith Jr.'s bounced around. I'm good. The Grizzlies don't have a blue chip. I'm going to put them in too many question marks. I like Zach Edey. I actually really do like Zach Edey. It's just he's not on the court. He hasn't been hurt. He's been hurt all year. He hasn't been on the floor basically the entire season. I don't love to see that. But there are other guys. I'm not sure what the ceilings are. Cedric Coward's a really good player right now as a high floor role player type, but does he have star level in him? I'm not sure. They're obviously heading back in the direction of the rebuild, but there's a lot of guys over there that are actually really productive that are 25 and under. Cam Spencer's in there, Jalen Wells, Cedric Coward, Zach Edey, Santi Aldama, Javon Small is who I was thinking of, Taylor Hendricks, Gigi Jackson. I'm not sure how to feel about a lot of their young guys because I'm not sure what the ceilings are. That's why they're in too many question marks. They could get moved up here because Coward and Wells seem like 3-and-D role players at their worst. And Edey seems like a productive starting center at his worst. But the question marks really come from health and then ceilings. Where are the ceilings on Cedric Coward and Jalen Wells and guys like that? Zach Edey's productive as hell, though. He just needs to be on the court. Heat are also going in too many question marks. Yakachonis has had some decent games this year. He had a 20-point game not too long ago. I think that was before All-Star break. He's not a bad player. I think that he probably has the highest ceiling. Well, I don't know if he has the highest ceiling on the team because Kel'el Ware is there, and he's 25 and under. And while he has either looked great or horrible, there's really no middle ground for that kid. It's either he looks great today or he is unplayable, and that's a big question mark. Pelle Larsson. That's a question mark. I'm not exactly sure where the ceiling is on Pelle Larsson. He's a good transition player. I don't know about, full-time, but Nikola Jovic got an extension before this season. He's looked horrific this year, in my opinion, and that extension just looks worse today than it did before the season. I'd actually say the extension of Jovic looked better before the season than it did now, which is crazy to say. Also involved in that, Myron Gardner, who just got an extension. He's up from the G League, I believe. He's had some fun. He threw hands with Scottie Pippen. That's cool. And then also in there was the dunk contest winner, Keshad Johnson. Keshad. Either way, I don't factor him in long term like that, but he did provide a very fun dunk contest. He needed to stop dancing. That got a little bit old quickly, but he might just like dancing. Yakachonis and Ware are like the big ones for me. I like Jaime Jaquez. He's a Sixth Man of the Year candidate type of guy. But I think that there's just the ceilings on Yakachonis and Ware definitely kind of have me spooked. These are guys that could be in the league and maybe even star level one day, or they could be out of the league in 4 years and we won't hear about them again. I don't know. Kel'el Ware's having issues with Spoelstra. He's in Spo's doghouse. It's tough. It's tough for me to really decide where the Heat should go. That's why they're in a lot of question marks. The Bucks are going with the Warriors in here because, like, they're not bad young players. I see Ryan Rollins. Ryan Rollins is pretty damn close to like a Podziemski in my mind, so the tiers make sense, right? Also involved in that, Kevin Porter Jr. is 25 and under still. I would have guessed he's like 30 by now. Kevin Porter Jr. is 25 and under. Pete Nance, Ousmane Dieng, who had a big first game with the Bucks, but after that, not as much. They also have, who's the last one in there? Yes, Cam Thomas and Andre Jackson. Andre Jackson, Albany Academy's finest. I like their youth, some of it. Ryan Rollins is definitely the one, but like, just like a Brandon Podziemski, I'm like, am I going to give the franchise to that guy? Probably not. Pete Nance provides some good hustle, and Ousmane Dieng did have a good first game with them. But overall, with their group under 25 and under, I'm just kind of like, they exist, but I don't think I'm willing to put my eggs in any of the baskets. The Wolves, we have Johan Berenger, Jaden McDaniels. Who else is on there? Bones Highland is 25 and under. Jalen Clark, Terrence Shannon, and then Anthony Edwards. So that explains a lot. It's Anthony Edwards. That's the blue chip. You got Jaden McDaniels too. He's a quality-ass player. I could put them down one. I am going to put them down one. Anthony Edwards is that one elite talent. That one, you know what, Jaden McDaniels, though, this is one that I'm batting back and forth. Timberwolves fans are going to want them up at the top because they're Timberwolves fans. They really do. But, like, I'm not sure. Berenger hasn't gotten enough playing time for me to really make a decision on him. Jaden McDaniels is super productive. I think Jaden McDaniels is what's keeping me up here, Neon and Butch. Obviously, they're not the running mates of the team as Randall, Edwards, Gobert, and Nas and McDaniels. They're all a part of it. But, like, it's Ant-Man up top. You know what? Yeah, he's going to stay up here. You draft a top 6 to 8 player in the league, yeah, he deserves to be up here. Fair enough. I'm just going to go with that reasoning. The Pelicans. I'm going to put them in youth that will stick because they have a bunch of guys that are just really decent. I don't think they have one elite talent, unless you consider Zion an elite talent still, which some people probably do. I'm not one of those people. I don't think he's a transcendent talent. He's a damn good player, but just not that level, maybe. Trey Murphy's also in there, who's super productive as well. Fears, Queen, two guys that are definitely more question marks because, like, Fears has no fears, obviously, that's his nickname, but like he has some very plus playmaking ability and the ability to score at times. And Queen, I mean, they call him Baby Jokic. I don't know if I see that much in him. He needs to get in better shape, in my opinion, but that's an off-season workout. He's like 18. He's going to be a little bit doughy and a little bit youthful and green. That's because he's 18 or 19. But like I see like Trey Murphy, Zion's going to get another contract somewhere at some point. I'd be willing to bet. So Trey, Zion, Queen, Fears, Misi, Hawkins, McGowans, Peavy, Carlo Matkovic, they have guys that'll stick around the league. It's just none of that. I don't think any of them. They're going to put a lot of stock in Derek Queen this offseason. They might build around Derek Queen. Do I move him up? I really don't know. I don't know. The Pelicans are a really weird team where I think that the youth will stick. Trey Murphy will be around for a long time. Zion, barring injuries, which have been a common theme, I think he'll be around for a while. Other guys I think will be around for a while on their team. It's weird. They're a weird team. They're getting moved up. You know what? One elite talent isn't the answer here. I'm not creating a whole nother tier just for the fucking Pelicans. I don't know. I just think they have a well-rounded group of young guys, but there's a lot of question marks around it. I don't know. Pelicans fans, where do you think you should go here? Because this is a weird team to rank. The Knicks have a collection of players under 25. They're productive, some of them. Don't get me wrong. Like Tyler Kolek is productive. Ariel Hukporti can give you spot minutes here and there. I don't think that any of them have that high of a ceiling. Like, shout out Pac Dadier. Shout out to Mo Diawara. He's a hooper as well. They have guys that maybe can fill minutes, but I don't know if they're going to stay in the league for a while. I can't confidently tell you that Ariel Hukporti is still going to be in the NBA in 5 years. I can't comfortably tell you that. I can't comfortably tell you Pacom Dadier is going to outlive his rookie scale deal. I can't. It's a collection of guys. They're maybe not that elite, but there's some guys that maybe you care about. I like Mo Diawara. I think he can fill spot minutes. Same with Tyler Kolek. Same with Deuce McBride. I didn't include what's his name, Kevin McCullough. I don't know. He's gotten DNPs recently. It's Alvarado came in and kind of filled that spot. Also, who was that last one that I'm missing? McBride. Who's the other one? There's one more. Jeremy Sohan, who they signed a few weeks ago, I think, at this point. They have some players that are under 25. I don't think it's anybody you would really invest your future in, but they're guys that can probably kick some spot minutes here and there. The Thunder getting put up top. J-Dub and Chet, pretty damn good. I mean, that's pretty damn good. But then you also had Cason Wallace in there. You also had Jalen Williams in there. The J. Will is in there. Jared McCain is now in there. You're good. AJ Mitchell, 6th Man of the Year candidate. Like, you understand why you're up there. J-Dub and Chet do a lot of the heavy lifting because that is Neon and Butch. But either way, after that, like, Cason Wallace, damn productive. You know, AJ Mitchell is productive as hell. They got it. They're the Thunder. They know how to draft. They know how to find diamonds in the rough. I didn't even mention, like, Nikola Topic is in there. Brooks Barnheiser's in there. Chris Youngblood's in there. These are all guys that don't really get PT for them. But we don't know because the Thunder are so good at player development. They could be good in 5 years. But the guys that are good today are damn good today. J-Dub, Chet, Cason, all them guys. The Magic, I'm going to put them in one elite talent because it is just one elite talent. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Paolo Banchero is not really an elite talent to me anymore. He has the prospect. He has the luster still. Like I still see the high ceiling with him. But I also see a player that's just kind of stuck in his ways about his play style. He turns the ball over a shit ton. He's a tough defender and a tough rebounder. But he doesn't do enough things well for me to really call him a blue chip anymore. Although he was a first overall pick and super talented. But he just doesn't do enough things well for me to see that anymore. The mid-range, he's not a particularly efficient mid-range scorer, but Franz Wagner's damn good. Anthony Black is damn good. Jalen Suggs is damn good. Like, I believe in those guys. Paolo is getting the benefit of the doubt that I think he might still end up with a good career, but I don't want to say he was right because I don't really like the guy, but George Niang was damn near right when he said he's got to keep taking those weak-ass mid-ranges. He keeps taking the mid-ranges. He's got to work on that three-point shot, but apparently nobody in Orlando can work on a three-point shot because they're all below average three-point shooters except for fucking like Jace Richardson or something like that. It might have been Jett Howard. But like Tristan Da Silva's in there and he's going to be around the league for a while, a big 3-and-D wing. Like that works. I just think I can't put them up top. I see too many guys over there that aren't franchise like differentiate. Guys that really make your franchise stand out. And so far, the Magic haven't stood out this year. I get it's because of health, a lot of it. They haven't had their starting five for more than like 100 possessions this year together. But I don't know, man. Wagner's out the entire rest of the year, which sucks for sure. Paolo, it's all on his shoulders, and I'm just not sure I believe in that. They're in the second highest tier, though. If you're arguing about that, I don't know what to tell you. They're in the second highest tier. Franz is out, so I'm not exactly sure if I'm not sure if I'm going to bring them any higher with Paolo being like the guy. Shout out to Anthony Black, though. He is smooth as silk. I love Anthony Black. The 76ers are getting put up in Neon and Butch. Maxey's in there. Edgecombe's in there. Grimes is in there. And then just other productive players. Trenton Watford, Justin Edwards, Jabari Walker, Adem Bona. Those are productive players. They can get some minutes here and there, spot minutes. But most importantly, it's Maxey, Edgecombe, Grimes. Literally all of their backcourt is 25 and under. Maxey's damn good. He's a top 10, top 15 player in the league comfortably. VJ Edgecombe has been very good as a rookie, and we don't know where his ceiling ends at. So I could move them down one. I'm going to say one elite talent. That's more fair. because Maxey is an elite talent. It's just I don't know where VJ's ceiling is, and the rest are just decent role players. So that's not bad. I think they're in a fine spot. The Suns are up next on my list, maybe not on the bottom list, but on my list they are. And the Suns are going to go with too many question marks because their young players are decent. You know what? I'm going to move them in youth that will stick because I think that the guys besides Jalen Green is probably their highest ceiling young guy. But otherwise than that, the rest of them are just high quality, decent role players. Mark Williams, Oso Ighodaro, Ryan Dunn, those are all fine role players, right? They can all stay on an NBA floor. Rasheer Fleming, Kaman Maluak, maybe they can stay on a floor. You know, I just think they're productive. I just don't think that they have anybody that, like, I'd be willing. I don't know if Jalen Green's the franchise, is what I'm getting at, and he's the highest ceiling one. Yeah, Jalen Green hit a fire game winner a few nights ago, but he was also like 6 for 26 in that game or something like that. Absolutely horrible shooting splits, but who cares? He made the last one and the biggest one of the game. Either way, I think the Suns have guys that will stick in the league. Like I said, Oso will stick in the league, Mark Williams will, Ryan Dunn will. That's fine. They're fine, high-floor young guys. Blazers are up next. I'm going to put the Blazers in youth that will stick because I think they have some youthful guys that will bounce around the league still. I think they have some guys that are also higher ceiling guys that just haven't been able to show that fully. Shaedon Sharpe, Caleb Love, Donovan Clingan, and then you also have the question marks. These are the young question marks that I wanted to make them maybe put lower. It's Yang Hansen and Scoot Henderson. Like, those guys are guys that I'm not sure where the ceiling is anymore. I'm not exactly sure. I know Clingan is a fine starting big man, and then Shaedon Sharpe is a tough shot maker. Caleb Love has come off their bench and been an all right bench scorer. Vit Krejci's still 25. Did you know that? Vit Krejci looks 40. So, I don't know. The Blazers, though, youth that will stick because I believe Shaedon Sharpe, Donovan Clingan, they'll get jobs. Sidy Cissoko, I don't know about that one. You know what? I'm moving them down. There is too many question marks. Like, I'm not sure Rayon Rupert, the Frenchman, is going to be sticking around the league for a while. I'm not sure. Sidy Cissoko got an extension. Shaedon Sharpe is a fine shot creator, but if efficiency doesn't tick up, I don't know where we go. The Blazers just have a ton of question marks and no blue chips. No blue chip guys 25 and under. Kings, too many question marks, just the same. Like, their young guys are fun to watch right now, but that's only because it's a change of palette from the old terrible team that they have. Like it's fun watching Cardwell, what's his name? Devin Carter get big PT, Nick Clifford, Maxime Reynaud. They all get PT right now, and it's fun because it's the alternative from watching Zach, DeMar, and Westbrook lose games. It's young, and there's promise there. But I don't know what the ceiling is. I'm not exactly sure who the best is there. Keegan Murray is a fine player who got a big extension, big old extension. Their young players are decent players, but I don't know if they're going to be good long term. I can't tell you about the future of Nick Clifford. I can't tell you about the future of Devin Carter, Dylan Cardwell in the NBA. I think Maxime has the best chance because his push shot is beautiful. The rest, I'm just kind of like, well, maybe. The Spurs are going up into Neon and Butch because they literally have Neon and Butch. If you never watched Blue Chips before, it's Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal. What do the Spurs have? Castle? Oh, I don't know. An uber athletic guard who passes really well and has tight handle and can make mid-range shots. I don't know. It sounds a lot like Penny Hardaway. All right. Well, who's their Neon? Oh, the 7'7" guy who can shoot from anywhere is damn near unstoppable and is a defensive force. I don't know, man. That's pretty damn good. After that, it's Devin Vassell is on there. Harper, Carter Bryant, Julian Champagnie. Or is that Justin? I think it's Julian with the Spurs. I don't know. Champagnie is there. The Spurs are the prototypical team to go up there. They deserve it. The Raptors are going to go up there in a one elite talent, although I do think that they have some guys with higher ceilings. RJ Barrett's on there. I don't factor him in that much, but Scotty B is an elite talent, right? After that, like CMB is super productive, a decent player. Jamal Shedd's on there, super productive, decent player. You know, Jacoby Walter, decent player. It's just decent players surrounded with Scotty Barnes as their big guy. And then Brandon Ingram, of course, but Brandon Ingram's not 25 and under. Scotty B is, though. Yeah, I think one elite talent makes sense because they have Scotty Barnes, who's in that age range and still developing and is a very talented young player. It's just the rest I'm kind of like, they're decent, really solid role players. They're just not ceiling movers. CMB, though, I love Colin Murray-Boyle. Utah. I'm going to put them in, I don't know if I can put them in one talent because the thing with one talent is they all have all-star level young guys, right? The Hawks have Jalen Johnson, the Cavs have Evan Mobley, the Mavs have Cooper Flagg, the Pelicans have Murphy and Zion, Magic have Paolo and Franz, 76ers have Maxey and Edgecombe, and then the Raptors have Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett. The Jazz have Ace Bailey and Keontae George. Keontae George could have been an all-star this year, so I could move them up. But I think their core is kind of, well, it's changing from a younger team to like Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson are over there. I think Vince Williams is done for the year. I think he blew his ACL yesterday. Kessler's been out all year, and then Bryce Sensabaugh doesn't get enough playing time. I'll put them in youth that will stick because I think that they have some guys like Ace Bailey. I don't know where the ceiling is. I don't. And I don't know how much we're going to see of the ceiling of Ace Bailey when they bring in next year, when it's Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson and Walker Kessler is back and Keontae still got to get shots. I don't know. It's a mix between youth and vets, and I don't know. I like where the Jazz are headed as a team, but overall, I'm not sure. Where's Ace Bailey going to land in points per game next year when he has to work with three other guys that need to score? Is Keontae George going to be allowed to get his bag work and get his shit off next year when, again, he has Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson, Walker Kessler, and mouths to feed around him? Ace Bailey. I don't know. I don't know where this fits in, but I know they have youth that will stick because Keontae is a part of their future plans. I'm just not sure if he's a peak guy, or Isaiah Collier either, to be honest with you. The Wizards are going to go in youth that will stick. I don't think they have that one elite talent yet because Alex Sarr isn't quite at all-star level yet. I think he has the highest potential. That's kind of what makes me want to move him up. I'm going to move him up. I'm going to give Alex Sarr the benefit of the doubt because I like their young guys. Alex Sarr is damn good. Trey Johnson's damn good. Keyshawn George is damn good. That's a big, decent three players right there, right? And I know the average, the casual NBA fan, those names don't stand out much. But, like, those names are decent. They are. They're decent NBA players. That gives me some upside there. I see the upside with the Wizards. I do. I genuinely see the upside with the Wizards. And I know that's sad to say, but I don't know. Alex Sarr is a damn good player, and I think his ceiling is really high. I just don't know where it is right now. As you can see, there is no teams left. If you enjoyed this video, you should like and subscribe. Comment down below. Tell me why I'm wrong about your favorite team, and that's about it. I'm going to go catch the game. See you guys in the next one.